Okay, so this was the second to last, or seemingly so at least. I was thinking there was still stuff we could get back to their origin.
I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
There's something
New items available. New crafting recipes. Nothing at the hunt. That's surprising. New missives delivered to Clive's chambers, though they don't appear to be quests. No alien reports.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
I think we just pissed off Ultima.
Right. All hands on deck then.
Hard to say what the fuck logos means. I'm scared to go into Tomes' lore books and have myself spoiled though.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder.
My home keeps getting fucked.
Wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records.
Because they just built around them.
To my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archaea above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off.
So we are living in an airship. I don't suppose we'll be able to repurpose it.
Same goes for you, Clive.
Otherwise, I guess technically we can fly there with the summons.
Go and get some fresh air, eh?
The icons.
Thank you.
It seems like the most immediate answer we have available. We went to fucking space, why wouldn't we be able to just crash that crystal? Okay, let's check with our friend Blacksmith Blackthorn
Trouble with your gear, or
in the Black Hammer.
Sancfordian, dear?
Oh, there it is. I was just saying, how come we can't upgrade this thing? I guess now he can. How weird. And I'm still afraid of upgrading these things. But let's see. We can upgrade it. Or we can make one. Seems to need less stuff if we do it like this. I don't suppose anything else needs behemoth shackles. Any of the good ones. Okay, no, just orichalcum and dark steel. Okay, I don't think we'll run into issues by upgrading the defender weapon. Reinforced defender.
You can thank me later.
Sure. Meteorite and clutch mine. I don't know what that is. I think we've been getting it from a few quests, but
Yeah, that should do you.
looks like I need that to make this, huh? Okay, I can make sun bracelets, which are better. I'm scared of making these until I have the until I have all the orichalcum and dark steel. And I'm sure I can get more clutch mine somewhere else. Maybe I can even buy it from
Should last you a good while.
what's her name? From Karen. So I can't upgrade it though. It needs desert roses. Those I can definitely buy, right?
Still alive, are ya? Going purse weighing you down?
Yeah, I can just buy them. Desert roses. Let me just get 10 of them.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Let me just get like 40 of these.
It'd better all be here.
And let me sell everything I have that isn't material.
Finished, are ya?
So what do I owe the honor? Sancfordian, dear?
Well, I guess I didn't make the Circle of Heaven at all. Sure, let's just make it. Why not?
Should last you a good while.
And reinforce Circle of Haven and Brian clamshells and steel silk.
Yeah, that should do you.
And then some bracelets.
Not my best work, but it'll do. That it?
Oh, we got the defender upgraded. Okay. I think we're...
First the skies, then the crystal.
I think we're as strong as we can be right now. A new life. While the going was slow, and not without the occasional run-in with some straggling orc, I saw Edda back safe to the Shadow Coast, where Maid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. On the voyage home, I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for her baby. but I suppose it's up to us now to make certain the little one gets it. Gav. Good job, Gav. I wonder if we can find Edda around here, actually. I just realized Oscar is here.
Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow guardians are to build a new home there. Both for themselves and for Madame Martha.
I forgot you existed.
Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
I guess I should have had that conversation with him a while ago. Anyway, how are you doing, Joshua? Do you still have Ultima sealed, but not really?
But he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield.
I'm gonna need to look at the voice actors because I'm starting to think that Joshua's voice actor is the same as G'raha Tia's from FF14.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god.
Can you still transform?
I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come. You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
It's possible that when he sent Terrence to find the girl, he got him killed. But that wouldn't be the first time I half expect him to have died off screen.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
Because like every time Dion does something, like it half suggests, oh, this guy you liked just died while no one was looking.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Say your farewells, and let us be gone.
Like I'm still missing stuff. There's like a bunch of stuff on the walls that I still haven't seen. And items I expect to get, but I haven't gotten. I wonder if I was just supposed to talk to more characters. I was expected the side quests to be just shown in the alien report things, but maybe they weren't. Or maybe they'll just all show up after I'm done talking with everyone in the hideaway.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Make sure I haven't forgotten anything, huh? Jesus Christ. In search of a lost tome, reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exists ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime. It was a chance encounter with one such tome, from a distance, sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. From Vivian.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
An inconvenient truth. Okay, some for the last wave. I was thinking, like, they were missing. When are they gonna pop up? Are they gonna pop up? In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gab in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones.
What is it this time, Torgal?
More than words. Man, all over the place. None of them have a plus sign, though.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to it.
First the skies.
The hunt board is not updated, though. You're set on this plan of yours, then? I am. You never were one to shy away from a fight. Some might say it runs in the family. Ha! Your father would be proud.
Thank you, Uncle.
I know he'll be with us up there.
As for down here...
You may take comfort in the knowledge that the realm will be in my capable hands until your return. Ha 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 ha. Indeed.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved. But such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
That is your wish?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
I think I'm just gonna go around picking up every single quest before I leave. Nothing from tomes. And I guess I got all this stuff to go through. Alien reports too, huh? Yeah, sure enough. We have the main thing, but then looks like there are quests to take all around. It should be the last round of them, though. Joshua, you've got something for us.
Ah, Clive. This is it then, brother.
Our last dance with Ultima awaits. Only the Founder knows what awaits us up there.
Indeed.
But whatever we find, we shall overcome it. It would not do to disappoint our friends. They all believe in you, Clive. They would follow you to the ends of the earth if they could.
You're wrong.
My friends don't follow me. They spur me on. I couldn't have made it this far without them. Nor without you, Joshua. You gave me your blessing and made me your shield. Without you, I don't know how I would have even survived. Even when we were apart, you were always with me, and I trust you'll be with me now until the end.
Of course.
Whenever that may be.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
You've got a green exclamation mark over your head.
Nothing.
What's up with that?
From Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Of course.
We have quests to do there as well.
Letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Where there's a will. Who's that? Doris? Doris?
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her,
Balmung Dark.
bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Score Doris to Balmung Dark, then we go together.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going
The slimiest dungeon.
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
Nobody's tool. Eh? Still got a couple to pick up. Who are you? Nasser. I don't remember you.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
Why me?
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting? We're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
Why not get Gav for this?
Voice test, then?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
There's another one.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Vivian, you needed something from me, right? Wanted me to find a book?
I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please.
Gotta start somewhere.
You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Okay, so go talk to Tomes. Surprised nothing popped up here. I wonder if we did all hunts. And someone would have expected them to just have 3 more. Just 3 random S ranks hanging out. Maybe a behemoth?
Do you think happened to Miss Midadol? I heard...
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Midadol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
Cloud.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Midadol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Midadol back together? She seems really sad.
Find out what's traveling mid? Sure.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
He's prioritized this one. I think it's just down there. And there's other quests I can take while I'm here, right? No, never mind. I thought there was another one, but...
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them. but not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordill. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the Cursebreakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the Cursebreakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Whatever should I write next?
A love story, perhaps? But with a happy ending.
What's this?
Of course.
Am I blind? Oh, I didn't know you could get up there. Let me look for some stairs. Oh, I've always ignored these, I guess. Well, now I've seen them.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather...
It doesn't sound very good.
It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You are a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
Like Sid just... Or, sorry, Clive takes a bit too many burdens as the head of an organization.
Overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
I don't know how he has time to do anything. Litany of Errors. Just randomly takes the soldiers' jobs, I guess. Okay, that's another one. Still 2 more things, at least, to do in this area. Oh wait, there's also tomes that I need to talk to. That's true. Well, let's figure out what's wrong with Torgal. I guess he might just want bigger bones, maybe. Hi, boy.
for something, boy? What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Oh, he doesn't want it. Doesn't want it gone.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you.
Thanks for taking care of my dog. Alright, no clue where he wants us to go, but that's another quest.
Then, Torgal.
Follow Torgal.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria.
I wonder how much the dog understands.
Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years.
This is a new area?
To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed.
Oh no, never mind.
Is still there.
But I wonder.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hey, Alfonso.
There's something
I was hoping this might be the last episode, but then a new wave of side quests popped up, and now I'm not sure.
You seek a rare gem indeed.
I'm pretty sure we have only one main dungeon left to do.
From your lips.
But there's a slew of side content to take care of before that, apparently.
But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much.
Did you get your phone working yesterday? Install the new screen?
Like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
I'm glad it worked.
Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration.
I enjoy this game's story and the combat, but the way some of the side quests popped up feel like padding, like MMO padding, almost.
History of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the Executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
This looks like some
Yes.
some undying, some a second group of
Self-interest,
spies.
Ideology.
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the Executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the Executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the Strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Alright. Now, like I was saying, the way the side quests come up is a bit weird. It's like, sometimes after a story beat, you get a slew of them just logging your journal. You pick them all up, and then they send you all over the place. Sometimes they're fun, but other times it feels like there's... like, they're all voiced. There's money there, at least. But compared to what the main storyline does, it's like a marked decrease in quality. So sometimes it feels bad going through them, just waiting so you can go back to the main to the main line. It was nicer towards the beginning because you would get quests that would clearly expire if you took too long to do them, but they were more relevant to what was happening. Like, they gave a few more details about stuff that was currently happening or that the story had already touched on. These just seem to be about anything that might just happen. In the hideaway, they're like, oh, you can help me with this, right? Go fetch me this book.
Alright, Sid.
I was like, does it have anything to do with, like, the unholy being we're chasing after? Or the kaijus we're trying to fight across the setting? It's like, oh no, I just need it for my library. It's like, okay.
Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a room.
I was talking to Braylist earlier, and I just basically told him, like, there are times when I wonder if I would have enjoyed the game more if I'd skipped every single side quest in it.
Quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
If I do New Game Plus, I'm definitely just blazing past everything like that. Except maybe the ones that have a plus sign on them, because those tend to give you small quality of life updates. Okay, so go kill Adamantoises then. I think I picked everything up from the hideaway. We can go to the rest of the world. Look at all those green spots. Ah, boy. Let's try this. I kind of want to see what Torgal wanted us to do. It is too late to start skipping everything. We've done everything but this. Can you imagine if I just went through all of them and then just gave up at the very end? That's not... I couldn't live with myself. I should have given up way earlier if I was going to do that. And it's not like it's all bad. It's just
It's still here.
kind of breaking the pace.
After all these years. A lot smaller
Oh.
than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy.
Doesn't appreciate the joke? Okay.
I wasn't being serious.
I wonder how much the dog understands. It looks like a lot.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy.
Bork. No Bork. Okay. Is this a cutscene place or a new area?
This place hasn't changed.
Oh shit, new area.
The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
Though, looks kind of small. I don't expect a hunt will suddenly appear over here.
Still beat you.
Just a little tree house. Maybe big tree house.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Honestly, I was fighting some enemies that were like several levels below me and they were just... they still managed to kill me somehow. I was playing so badly. Oh, they put some money in here.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
Did you swim?
My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy?
Oh. A good boy.
Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Can you imagine if it shows up in your inventory and it has like 50 more damage than whatever I'm using right now?
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
Oh?
All right. I'm coming.
I thought that was it to the for the island, but maybe not.
I think I know where we're going.
Just give me a second to check the item. The items to see if I have a new weapon. It would be really funny if I did. But I think it's probably just something you can mount in a wall. I have too much shit here. Yeah, it's not here. It's a shame. The nailbat was pretty cool. They had it in FF7R too.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Orc. Quest complete. And there's the sword to display in my chambers. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by a faithful friend in the aftermath of the Ironblood invasion, 18 winters past. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Rodney Murdoch, who's super dead. And this increases Torgal's attack potency. I might just have to equip that. I have one accessory that I'm still wondering if I should keep using, which gives me more skill points after every battle. It might be time to switch it for something that actually helps during them.